What
What
would you?
up?
You know, I would never punch you without like just. I would never just out the blue punch you, man. Like I feel like if I did that, our relationship is not gonna be the same at all. Like if y'all didn't know, this been my boy since like college.
It's my brother, man.
Tell me the truth, man. We be done, right?
I don't know if I can't say done, but I can tell you it wouldn't be the same. It would be shocking. You know what I mean? For that to for that for that action to come forth out of nowhere, and Draymond, ooh, Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond Green, man. So Draymond is going to be away from the team indefinitely. And y'all want to know why? It's because he literally about knocked out Jordan Poole. I mean, straight up. I mean, we heard about it, but it wasn't until the video was released we were like, yeah, that's not good. Whoever released that video, y'all need to do an investigation and fire that person. That's what
Oh
they need to do.
man, I mean, it's very much not good that the video got leaked, but the action itself, man, the action itself is just inexcusable from Draymond Green. I'm sorry.
It is. Before we get too far into the discussion, let's go ahead and hear what Draymond had to say.
It's over a contract or him getting an extension or me getting an extension. I can assure you I don't count other people's pockets. Number one, and so that's not something I would ever start doing. And the way I was raised, that is simply hating on another man's situation, and that's something that you just don't do, you know. And so the one thing that I can assure you is that had absolutely nothing to do with anything. I think for myself, I am a very flawed human being, and I think I personally know those flaws better than anyone, and the work that I've done to correct those flaws, I think, has been tremendous, and yet there's still a very long way to go. I think that's a constant working process. I am a constant work in process, and I'll continue to do that work. I think the day that took place, I was in a very, very, very bad space mentally, dealing with some things in my personal life that I, quite frankly, not certain that I can't sit here and say like, oh, you're dealing with some things in your personal life that didn't shorten your temper, that didn't, that didn't change your reaction in moments. Like, all those things are tied together, and I think that's where you get to see the human being side of us.
So that's Draymond's piece. As you know, he didn't really get into specifics about what triggered it, but apparently he was dealing with something that was already hurtful to him that day. I don't know, but Zay, what's your reaction to Draymond?
Um, Initial reaction is at least to his response is that I appreciate him, taking time to kind of clear things up, kind of get things out of the way. Of course, a lot of people mention his contract extension because obviously that's something that he's kind of voiced or kind of showed that he wants with the contract extension. But um, I understand, that people do have bad days. We're all humans, and like he said, he's a flawed in being, and that's who all of us are at the end of the day. But you do the work to work on your flaws, and that's a constant process. And for me, a big part of this this process is that when you get to a certain age, for certain things, you are going to be looked at different. If you were to look at it, you now versus you, let's say, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, like you should be pretty much evolved from that time period to me. And what Draymond did, we know who he is, right? He gets heated. He likes to debate. He likes to talk. He likes to rile people up against other teams. But you don't do certain things like actually punching your teammate in the face. You don't. That's one of those things you just don't do. I understand that, tempers flare. You talk trash to each other in practice, or just banter. But when it comes to blows and your teammates, something is wrong, and that's just inexcusable for a player like him. And like I said, we know who he is, but for him to be at his age, at his experience in the game, that's inexcusable. He's 30-something. Jordan Poole is in his early 20s. There's a big age gap, and you've been in the league long enough to know that's not cool. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you were to go and fight somebody on the Celtics or any other team, that's one thing. I'm not excusing it at all. But this is a dude that you're going to go practice with. You're probably going to be in meetings with. You're going to go work out with. Going to, at some point, be in the same circle, even if you don't hang out. That is just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me for anything to be that much of an issue that you go and punch your own teammate. Like, and plus, we live in the era of social media, video, audio. Like, there are plenty of cases where things are being recorded, and you're an NBA star. Y'all just won the championship, so there's probably some video. There's probably something going on. Like, you probably, I'm not saying that they should be just like looking for the camera. I'm just thinking, you know who you are, you know what day and age you're playing in, and you're too old for that. So yeah, I get it, and I respect him for coming out and saying that he was dealing with other stuff, and that's why it happened. But it still shouldn't have happened.
It definitely shouldn't have happened. I don't care what you say. It's hard to get over this. It's gonna be hard. I feel like it would have been easier to handle internally if the video was never released.
Yep.
I agree with a lot of what you said. I don't really have much to add, but I do want to make note that Poole wasn't injured in the fight. I mean, I don't even know if you want to call it a fight. I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, to react that way to a push, and Draymond is already known as like that irritable player already. He's known as that dude. So, some people reacted to it from around the league. I know you saw some of these tweets from some of these players, but Evan Fournier said there is no way you can get back to being teammates after a punch like that.
I'm kind of with them. Like, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna work it out, and I don't know if they talked or whatever. Or Draymond said he apologized to Jordan, but if I'm Jordan Poole, there's no way I can like respect you or look at you the same way. And yeah, it's gonna be a good minute for me to like look at you and be like, oh, I'm gonna pass you the ball, or I'm gonna help you out because you're my teammate. No. So Yeah, that's one of them. Go ahead with some more, Q. I know it's plenty,
I
but
mean, no, I mean, I was just, I mean, everyone is saying there's no reason for him to do this, and just you just got sucker punched. Man, that's what Steven Jackson said. So like, you can't do things like that, and you putting a bad name on the NBA. You know, it doesn't look good for the NBA a little bit when you do things like this. You know, I know you said it wasn't about the contract, but at the end of the day, the Warriors are going to have to make a decision. You got Wiggins up, you got Poole up, and Draymond. He has a player option for next year. I'm sure he'll probably take it. But I'm hearing today he wants to play for the Lakers. I mean, I don't know if you heard that, but apparently he wants to go to the Lakers. I mean, so all I know is I'm not sure how long he'll be away from the team, but Draymond has to ball out this year if he wants to get that big payday from any team. So just ball out, and don't mess with Draymond Green. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna mess with you.
Dog.
So,
I mean, I think who was it? I think Kendrick Perkins was talking about this a few months ago with the Celtics back in the day, like 08, 09, like back in their KG era with KG, Paul Pierce, and all of them. I think when Ray Allen and Rondo had issues, there was a story about them going to box it out in the locker room or whatever. And Kendrick basically came out and said that, yeah, that was true. Like, they went to actually go box. You know what I mean? And they sorted the issues out. Whatever happened, happened. There's no video to that. We didn't see Ray versus Rondo. But this is how I see that playing out. Like, there's no way that they're going to be the same. And if I'm Jordan Poole, I probably want to fight him. Just being honest, I probably want to fight that man for that. Like, there's no way. You got me messed up. If you're going to punch me, then the video leaks, and now I look ridiculous. Even though, and shout out to Jordan Poole, he seemed to not be fazed by it because he, in the preseason, dropped 28 points the other night, so looked good. But, yeah, I'm looking at that relationship very much like it's going to be different. I think they'll have to do something similar to that, and but at the least they have to. It's going to be some months before it's really like the air is clear, I think. But we'll see. But there's going to be some more to that, I'm sure, even if we don't see it.